Thank you very much. And hard carries indeed, joined by Steelback and Memento. Obviously, first up, congratulations. And I want to be honest here, none of the people at the desk had expected you guys to have a big chance in this one. What happened? What got into you? Why did you manage to close it out so cleanly in the end in this series?
I think after yesterday, we felt pretty shitty for kind of intentionally feeding the most games. So we decided to come into the today's matches like with fresh mindset, and I feel like Schalke is kind of inconsistent in their gameplay, and I'm not really sure why we closed out the games. I feel like we just played a lot more control. Like we were a lot more focused today. Like yesterday was a terrible day for us, and we weren't focused at all. Everyone was just like we were playing like we were just screaming. As soon as we saw like an enemy, everyone would just run there and like, oh, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Like no one would care about like playing the map or anything. We would just run fight after fight after fight after fight. And today, I think we just got out all the energy yesterday, you know, all the feeding and stuff. So today we're like, all right, let's focus and play our real game.
It was glorious to see. Steelback, yesterday in the interview you had with Sifa, obviously you weren't the happiest person in the world. Now, finally seeing you smiling. What feeling do you walk away from this and your performance as well? Because you were on fire.
Well, I feel very happy because yesterday I was very not happy with how we played versus Millennium. I think our problem with the team right now is that versus weaker team, we're having trouble to play our game, but versus teams that are stronger, for some reason we can play better. It's like we're having trouble versus lower team, but versus higher team we play better. So I'm actually really happy to win today. I didn't expect it as well, but I'm really happy because we played it pretty good actually.
Yeah, I agree.
So looking back, of course, it was still a 3-1 in the end, and I want to ask you guys, it seems like you guys were able to consistently draft the same composition. What went wrong for you in that third game? Why weren't you able to close it out cleanly as a 3-0?
You want to take this?
Yeah, sure. Well, the third game, I feel we were drafting always around mid. We always wanted the mid winning because I feel that Schalke, the biggest threat is Fox, and everybody felt like it in our team. So we were like, yeah, we're going to draft around mid and give a winning matchup. And we thought that he wouldn't pick Malzahar because he didn't play it a lot, but he actually picked it. And he won mid, but I mean, a lot of stuff happened as well, but that wasn't the best for us. So that's the main reason why we lost that game.
Yeah, cool, clear rundown of what happened in that, but still winning in the end, re-qualifying for the LCS. And we have MVP for the series for us is Memento. He's right here as well. This is something we decided pretty early on, actually, and then we didn't have to pivot anymore because you were doing great, and we also looked a lot at Gilius, obviously, but it seemed that you were a big part of your team being able to make those plays.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels good, man.
It's my second MVP here, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, in general, how has it been like for you, obviously making the transition into ROCCAT? It's very recent that you find yourself in the pro scene and you've had to go through a lot.
It's been pretty intense, actually, but I've learned so much these 3 weeks. Like, I've become a much better player than I was before, and I realized like how big of a difference it is between Challenger and LCS. Like, Challenger looks like a bunch of clown fiesta right now for me. And
I mean, some of the games in the bottom of the table of the EULCS also look a bit.
And I mean, you're not too far from Challenger yourself. And yesterday, in the SOTs we got to see of you, you were like, these guys are Challenger. It's not anything. I was a little critical of you, honestly, because I was like, you were in Challenger 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but you put on an all-star performance, man. I think the confidence there is clearly well-deserved.
Yeah, it's nice to see as well. Steelback, for you then, tell me about kind of what's next, because obviously I was thinking back to MSI last year where you did fantastic with Fnatic, almost beating SKT, and then you come into this ROCCAT line, or UOL and then ROCCAT lineup, and then you find yourself in promotions, but you are consistently able to put on such a great performance. So what do you kind of see going forward for yourself?
Well, I'm very happy with how I improved, because back then when I was in Fnatic, I didn't feel that confident. I had confidence issues and I was new. I didn't have a clue about the game. But when I got out of Fnatic, I got way stronger, and now I feel I'm really strong. Like, I'm really confident on lane, in team fight, everywhere. So I want to keep on playing like that, because that's I'm really at the top right now. And I hope we'll see the future, like how it goes. And if I stay, if I go somewhere else, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens to the both of you in spring. I do want to also look at what happens on Sunday. You guys now beat Schalke, so let's take a look at the bracket because they will be up against or OG or Misfits. And of course, you guys didn't get to watch this, but OG is currently up 2-1 over Misfits and had some very impressive games. And the bracket is there. That's too small for us to read. Okay, there we go. So you guys, 3-1 Schalke. So how much of a chance do you give Schalke versus Origin or Misfits tomorrow, Memento? Sunday. It's Sunday.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
So it's Origin versus...
Well, Origin or
whoever
Misfits.
loses this game,
Oh.
Let's
up
talk
versus
about
Schalke.
versus whoever they face. How do
Yeah.
you think they're going to stack up against these teams?
Honestly, like right now, it looks like Origin is kind of destroying Misfits. Maybe because of more experience or just better players. Who knows? But I think that Schalke is... they got a pretty good chance against both teams, whoever they face. And I think it's going to be a close series.
Interesting to hear. How about for you, Steelback, as well? I mean, you played against them today. Do you think they have any big weak points that could cost them in the set to come?
Well, it's hard to say because when we scrim Origin, they always play awful, like very bad. But then they come on stage and they just play super good, it seems. So it's hard to say from scrims. So if I would say only from stage, I would say OG wins versus Schalke.
All right. Well, we will see what happens, or if it's Misfits. But I want to congratulate you guys. A fantastic series here today, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good stuff from ROCCAT, and that's it for us here on EULCS 2. We're going to send you over to that other best of 5, Origin versus Misfits, currently in game.